This is probably the worst team you can make in NBA Live Mobile. All of these players are only 59 overall. They've got no boost on them whatsoever. If we take a look at some of their stats, you can see we've got a 59 overall Lewis Jr. here at the point guard spot. He's got a 55 three-point shot, 54 dunking, and a 63 layup. It's going to be super fun to try and knock down some three-pointers with these guys, and it's going to be interesting to see who we actually go up against in a showdown quarter, if we can actually find a matchup that is. Let's take a look at the shooting guard spot. We got someone with a 56 three-point shot. Those rebounding stats are absolutely terrible, 42 and 36, though again, you're not going to really be getting those rebounds with your shooting guard. He is 6'5", which is okay over there. Then you got a 59 overall Ellaby. Hopefully I'm saying that name right, but as you can see, he's again got a roughly of the same three-point shot at 53, and then dunking at 62, a 58 layup. That might be fairly useful considering some of the other stats some of these players have. Then we got Tobias Harris, who was fairly interesting to see at 59 overall. You can see his three-point shot at 54, the rebounding stats 53 and 55, dunking at a 55 and layup at a 59 as well. I'm trying to pick out all of the stats you might look at when you're looking at, say, a regular power forward. You compare him to, say, this Tim Duncan from season 4, and you can immediately see the difference in their stats. But let's take a look at our final player, who is really, really funny to see. You got Evan Mobley over here, and look at that three-point shot. I think this has to be one of the lowest three-point shots, if not the lowest three-point shot on a card that we've had in NBA Live Mobile. It's only 14, which is absolutely ridiculous. The rebounding stats at 64 and 63 over there. Not too bad for a 59 overall card, but that three-point shot is absolutely hilarious. I don't think I've got any other player that has a three-point shot as low as that. Even this guy over here, 81 overall, he only has a 62 three-point shot, but that is a lot better than this Evan Mobley over here. 77 overall with a 28 three-point shot, and even the other ones aren't on the same level when it comes to that three-point shot. That is going to be really fun to see whether we can get at least one three-pointer made with that Evan Mobley. And you will notice, of course, we have got the All-Star boost item, the All-Star core, and the All-Star jerseys, because quite frankly, these guys are all stars over there. But let's see if we can actually find a matchup. I have been waiting quite a while for Showdown to actually put me up against someone. It's going to be interesting to see whether I come up against someone who's insanely high overall, someone just starting out the game with a fairly low overall, or whether we'll actually find a matchup at all. Failing this, then we will have to go into a seasons game if I don't actually come up against anyone.
20 minutes later.
So I have been waiting for a fairly long time for a matchup, so I thought, you know what, we'll go into a seasons game instead and see exactly how many points we can get with this lineup over here. I've got to make sure I press on the 59 overall team instead of going through with my 114 overall team, but let's see what we can do. We've got the overall disadvantage, but this is going to be super fun to see exactly how many three-pointers we can knock down, and just in general, how many points we can actually score. We have got a little glitch on the button, unfortunately. Hopefully I can fix that after the end of the quarter, but we're starting things off with a three-pointer being made from our point guard at 55 on the three-point shot. We'll try and get everyone to knock down a three-pointer or something like that. I think the guard button is completely broken at the moment, not entirely working, but let's see whether we can get the steal off John Wall, and Paul George is going to come through really easily to get the dunk. It's going to be tough to try and keep up with our opponent, and there we go. Our first missed two-pointer. He's got a 55 mid-range shot. It probably didn't help the fact that I didn't get a perfect release on that shot at all. Morris is going to come the other way, and he misses that one luckily, but I don't think we're going to be getting any rebounds over these guys. And again, they miss. Again, they get the rebound though. Paul's going to go for three, and there we go. He makes that one. So let's run it up the court with our point guard. He's already managed to knock down a three-pointer, but let's dish it over to Tobias Harris. Is he going to knock down a three-pointer? Unfortunately not. We're down by 5 points. We can't be losing a seasons game over here. They're going to just about keep that in. We got Green over here. Can he knock down a three-pointer? Poor release, but he's going to sink that one. We're knocking down these three-pointers bit by bit as we close the gap to just 2 points now in this first quarter. They're going to play it over to Morrison. He's going to go for three. Luckily, he misses that one. They get the rebound. We get the block, though. Well, I think that was Tobias Harris getting the block on Paul George. They're going to go for three again. Luckily, they missed that one. We get the rebound that time. Evan Mobley, it's your time to shine. We're going to go for a three-pointer with him. It's a perfect release. He's going to sink it. First time of asking with a 14 three-point shot, and he's somehow going to make that one. We got to keep trying that, see how many three-pointers he can knock down, because that was nuts. I was not expecting him to knock it down on the very first time of asking. I thought it'd at least take maybe 2, 3, possibly even upwards of 5 attempts, but let's try it again. Poor release, and unfortunately, he does just miss that one. I guess it might have been just beginner's luck with that first 3-pointer as Paul George comes the other way with a mid-range shot of 90, knocking that one down, making it look really easy. But we're going to come through. We get stopped a little bit, but we're going to still knock it down. Scoring with contact at a 63. We've closed the gap now to just 1 point to our opponent in this first quarter. We get the steal there with Lewis intercepting the pass. Let's play it over to Ella B over here, and he's going to get stopped, but he's still going to knock that one down. The scoring with contact might be low, but they can still finish off these to get us the points, and Wool's going to come through, and he's going to miss that one luckily, but they get the rebound. I don't think we're going to win the rebounding battle in this game, and again, Zubac coming through and getting the rebound and finishing off the point. We got 3.9 seconds on the clock, and of course, we've got to find Mobley over here. He's going to save us getting a buzzer beater if he can. It's a poor release on my part, and it is a mid-range shot, and he's going to sink that one, and unfortunately, it doesn't actually count. I think we took a little bit too long in getting that shot off, but I'm surprised it went in at the end of that quarter. So we are only 1 point behind our opponent. There's still plenty of time left in the game for us to try and get the win. We've got Lewis there guarding John Wall, and he's going to play it out to Paul George, and they're going to miss that one, and we get a rebound there. Evan Mobley getting the rebound. Let's see if we can go all the way and get a dunk off. We get the spin move off. He's getting stopped though. He's going to come through, getting stopped again, and unfortunately just missing that one and missing the rebound. Let's play over to Tobias Harris. He's got a bit more space. Again, just getting stopped in that final sort of section as he would have gone up to try and get a dunk knocked down. We've got Tobias Harris. We'll try and knock down a 2-pointer if we can. It's a little bit of a challenge shot, but it's a perfect release, and unfortunately just missing that one. We almost got the rebound that time, but unfortunately just missing out, and we missed out on the block there on John Wall, and the gap has suddenly grown to 5 points. We need a 3-pointer now to try and close it down a little bit. Can we get the 3-pointer? It's a perfect release, but unfortunately, it's not going to be a made shot. Tobias Harris is just going to make that layup. I thought he was going to miss the open layup, but luckily he's not that bad, and he is still going to knock down that layup over there. They managed to knock down another mid-range shot, and I keep thinking Green is looking exactly the same as Devin Booker over there, but hopefully he's got Devin Booker's shooting. Unfortunately not. We get the steal though. Think that was Green just about getting the steal. Let's run it up the court with Tobias Harris. He's going to get stopped, and unfortunately just missing that one. So we got 0.5 seconds on the clock. Can Lewis knock down a 3-pointer to end off the quarter? It's a quick release, and he's going to sink it at the end of the quarter. I don't know whether that counted. I think it did. That means it is going to be a 6-point lead for them. 24-18. Come on, we really need to come back with this team of bronze players. It's not going to be a massive scoring game when it comes down to the end. They're going to shoot a 2 with Wall, and luckily he misses that one. We get the rebound that time, which is great to see. Can we knock down this 3-pointer from the left-hand side? Perfect release, and we're going to sink that one. Come on, this is the comeback. We're only at a 3-point loss at the moment, and we still got plenty of time left in the game. We get the steal that time with Lewis Jr., which is great to see. Can we run all the way? He's going to get stopped a little bit, and unfortunately, he just bricks the shot. We got Mobley there picking up the steal. Tobias Harris is running up the court. Again, he's going to get stopped a little bit. We get the spin move off, and unfortunately, I thought he was going to get that little bit of an extra space, but he doesn't. He gets stopped. Can he still knock the shot down? He does. We got Lewis Jr. again getting the steals. That's one thing we can rely on. We'll try a step back shot, because why not? It's a poor release. How has he made that shot? That is absolutely insane. Off of a poor release on a really tough shot with a really low 3-point shot, and he somehow made it. First time of asking. That is ridiculous. They're going to come through with the other way with John Wall knocking down another 3-pointer. But you know what? We'll try another step back shot over here. It's going to be one of the hop step shots. This time it's a perfect release, but this time it's a miss. And we get a steal there with Tobias Harris. We'll play it over to Tobias Harris. Again, he's got the space that time, and we finally get a dunk off with Tobias Harris. He's not going to get stopped that time, and he's going to get us that 2-pointer. We'll double team John Wall. He's played it out to Morris for 3. And luckily he misses that one, but Zubac again getting the rebound. No one there is big enough or has a higher rebounding stat than that Zubac to be able to get the ball off him. We'll try and play it out to Mobley over here, because I don't think I've shot with him for a little while. We'll try and get around our man. He's gone through Zubac, and he's managed to knock down that dunk with his 66 dunking to tie up the game towards the end of the third quarter. This fourth quarter is going to be absolutely insane if it ends off the way it is at the moment. Zubac is going to come through just about with a layup, and he's going to sink that one. So we've got 3.5 seconds again, and it's got to be Lewis to take the shot this time off of that step back shot. Can he knock it down at the end of the quarter on the 3-point shot? It's a perfect release, and unfortunately he's just going to miss that one. So they are going to go in to the fourth quarter with a 2-point lead. But we can still make a comeback here and we can still get the win, hopefully. Let's kick things off. You know what? We'll try a step back shot again with Lewis. Can he knock it down again? And unfortunately, he just misses that one. We'll try and get some high percentage looks. Let's go in with Mobley. He's found his way to the basket once. Can he do it again? We'll get the spin move off. Unfortunately, though, he loses the ball to their 74 steal, and he's only got 60 dribble. But we get the ball back just as quickly. Down the other end, we got Mobley. We'll dish it over to Tobias Harris, and he's going to finish off that alley-oop pass over there to tie up the game. That was absolutely crazy. I thought he was just going to leave the ball for a second, as some players usually do with the alley-oop, but it somehow worked between the two of them. So now we need to hold on to this and maybe push it into a lead for us. They're going to shoot the 2 with Wall, and he's going to make that one. That was a challenge shot. He somehow makes it. We'll try and lob it all the way over to Mobley again, and he's going to come through for the layup, but unfortunately, he's going to get blocked there. That is not good at all. So they're still up by 2 points. We really need a couple of points to help us get back into this game. They're going to play it over to Paul George. He's going to shoot the 2. Luckily, he misses that one, and unfortunately, we don't get the rebound. And Zubac again bullying everyone to get that rebound and finishes off the dunk. But we got Mobley in a bit of space. We'll try and get the quick basket, and unfortunately, he misses that one completely when he was stopped to try and get the layup. We almost get a steal. We do there. Mobley running up the court. Come on. And there we go. He manages to knock that dunk down. So they're going to shoot the 2-pointer. Luckily, they missed that one. Again, Zubac there getting the rebound and getting the shot off. We can't be letting him do that if we want to try and win this game. We'll play it back out to Mobley, who is going to play it out to LB over here. We'll go and knock down that deep 2-pointer. It's a perfect release, and unfortunately just missing that one. He looked a bit challenged on that shot. We'll play it over to Tobias Harris, though. He's in a bit of space. He's going to come through for the dunk. Hopefully he's going to make that one. He does. So it is now a 4-point lead to them. Double team John Wall, and unfortunately it's a little bit too much, getting called on the defensive foul that time. So I think slowly we are going to run out of time over here. I don't know whether we'll be able to make a full comeback, but we'll play it over to Green on the fast break, and he's going to come through to finish that dunk off. So it now is all to play for with a 2-point lead for them. We need to hope that they miss and we can get a dunk off or something. They're going to play it over to Paul George. We get the block there with Green, but unfortunately it falls to Morris. He plays it out to Kawhi. He misses that one. Zubac again getting the rebound and again getting the shot off. Now is a 4-point game. We have to go for a couple of 3-pointers. We're going with Lewis. It's a poor release, and somehow he's going to make the shot. So now it is just a 1-point game with under 10 seconds left to play. Can we get the ball off John Wall, or is he going to waste time? Come on, Lewis. We got some steals with you before, and unfortunately they're going to come through with John Wall to make that shot. But we have got one opportunity to send it to overtime. Can Lewis do it and knock down a 3-pointer? He's been great for us so far, and unfortunately he's just going to miss that one. I thought for a second he was going to make it, but unfortunately he misses that one, and we lose by only 3 points in this game. I'm sure if I gave it a couple more attempts, I would be able to win the game over there. But unfortunately, we do end up losing it to the LA Clippers by only 3 points. And in the time I was playing that seasons game, it looked like we did find a matchup. It was going to be up against that 61 overall team, so that would have been a fairly fun matchup. But I think this was more of a challenge trying to win the seasons game. And unfortunately, that means I've lost the playoffs already, but it doesn't really matter. Seasons mode isn't going to get me too far in the game or help me with anything that's that important. But this team has been really fun to play with. It makes it really challenging when you're going in with a really low overall team. And I do think if I gave it a couple more attempts, I would be able to get the win in a seasons game. But if you want to go check out this insane gameplay we did with a full team that you guys yourselves actually went ahead and picked through the YouTube community page, go check out the video in the bottom left-hand corner. It was super fun to make and do gameplay with. So go check out that video, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.